Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, Rob Lee. Glad to see people already in this morning. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Bridget. And good morning, Christina. Bear with me today. I'm actually shifting out of the studio a little bit and trying something in my other office to see if we can't make some things work here. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here this morning. What a great morning. Yes, it is raining here, but it's overcast. It was raining all morning. So we have some, we have some things that are going on. But every now and then it's been raining for hours here in Melbourne. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. And yes. That's a HempWorks commercial for you. There you go. I love my HempWorks. Got my coffee. I got to wash Bruce's cup out. My man, Bruce Kaler from Apollo Travel in Orlando. Y'all got to check him out. Go just look him up. See what's going on. Things are going. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to be stringing some together. It gets a little complicated at first, but we are going to be moving on and doing some things. Got some things for this morning. That we are going to be taking a look at. You know what? Today, I pulled some cards late last night to kind of get a jive. And what I got was there's so much anxiety going on out there in the world and things. And it's all about trying to win. It's all about trying to be victorious. And a lot of it is about our goals, our dreams, our passions. And instead of living them, they're getting us all messed up in the head. Okay. It was literally swords and everything else. So I'm like, went to bed and I'm like, okay, let's talk about that. And so today, while going through this, I'm looking at different cards. I'm going to use a whole mess of cards I have not used on here before. And Philip, good morning. And we are going to be looking at the day as a gift. We always say, but I don't think we take it to heart, that every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. And good morning to those of you just coming in. Every day is a gift, and we need to look at it that way. But it also every day gives us an opportunity, okay, to go on and try to figure out what we're doing, how we're doing it. And every day is another opportunity to make our dreams and goals come true. So with every day being a gift, this might actually be kind of an homage to Bridget a little and Bruce a little bit, as we are going to be using cards that Bridget gave me. So today's a gift. So why not use the cards as a gift? And some of these are really cool. Some of them are not standard tarot cards. You will see that as we get going. But you know what? They all have deep and messages and things like that. And we can still be spoken to by God, the Mother, Spirit guides, things like that. So I want you to understand that that's what we're doing today. We're going to take a different look. I got the trusty standard tarot deck here. Don't worry about it. We're all good. Okay. But let's talk about some things that we really need to be. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. That's pretty good. All right. You two are on the same page. Funny, I was using the Healing and Law of Attraction card. Guess what? It's one of the decks I've got here, Bridget. So we're going to be using that. Tatiana, good morning. Bridget. You were using them yesterday. Okay. Ming Ming, good morning. So folks, as we go through here, one of the things I'm going to do, I want to keep an eye for questions and things like that. But I'm going to try, I like to get as many people on here as we can. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you. But I want to make sure too that I am not getting so caught up and making sure everybody gets airtime as I am to getting to the cards and things like that. So what we're going to look at today, I'm going to start as usual. And I promise you, I don't care how you pray or how you meditate or what you do, but start your day with a prayer and a meditation, some sort. If you believe in the goddess, say thank you. Today is a gift. You woke up. You're on this side of the dirt, okay? This side of the crematorium. So you know what? It's a blessing. And those are some of the things we really need to look at. I'm going to change a setting here, folks. Just one moment. Something's like getting all hiccupy here. And I am going to go back to here. Let's see if this gets any better. Everything just appeared to be running a little crazy on me all of a sudden. So like I said, trying some new things. Bear with me here. We'll see what's going on. And if I need to bring it down, I'll bring it down from there. Keeping it simple. You had me worried. Good morning. And yes, everyone, bangarang. Bangarang, brangarang. GEZ, good morning from the UK. Glad you are here. It's our world reporting in. This is awesome, folks. This is absolutely awesome that the world reports into us every day. It's another gift. Thank you. Look at all the people we're talking to. So one of the first things I wanted to do, Heavenly Father, Mother, Divine Spirit, guides, angels, everything that we've been given to help us make it through this life. Be close, wrap your arms around us, help us to open our hearts and our minds, our bodies, our soul, and be receptive to the messages that you have today. Make sure that I am giving the messages that you want to hear and not just me babbling off at the mouth. So mote it be. Thank you very much. All right. Peace, love, and light to everybody as we get started. Bangarang. Paddle on. So where I thought we would start today is messages. This is a gift. This is a gift from Bridget. John Van Prague, messages from the guides. So let's just straight up ask. A lot of times we overcomplicate things. I was telling somebody this yesterday. I was actually giving a StreamYards demonstration to some people yesterday who are coming in on our HempWorks channel that have joined the HempWorks channel, and I'm going to help them start getting streaming. And one of the things I have to constantly remind themselves, and I have to remind myself of, is don't overcomplicate things. Sometimes we get so into it and overcomplicate it that we make it a chore when it really shouldn't be. And guess what? This is a deck that I find that helps me keep from overcomplicating things. So I love this deck. Again, this was a gift to me from Bridget, so thank you. There we go. Let go of ego. Not only does it rhyme, okay? Stop worrying so much about what other people think of you. The message today is let go of ego. So let's talk about that for a minute. What do you think that means? Anybody want to pop in there and say what you think that means to you? Let go of ego to me talks specifically about I have to learn my pride. Pride goeth before a fall. Some of those old sayings are actually correct. But at the same time, I want to be proud of myself. I want to hold myself up high. But I'm not going to allow my pride to keep me from being me or being my message. Sometimes we're so afraid to do things that we don't want people to look at us funny. Or we're so afraid of how other people think of us, that ego really comes out to play. So here's what I'll do. I'll actually draw a card. So if we know that we need to let go of ego, how do we do that? So I'm going to grab the legacy of the divine, and I'm going to ask, Spirit, God, Father, Mother, please, what do we need to do as a group? Remember, I'm doing these as a group. Make sure you check me out on tarotwithanAttitude.com for more in-depth readings. These are good, things are great, but we can go into a lot more detail and get a lot more personal when it's one-on-one and we have time. So there, it's one of those things. Christina put a post. Here we go. Let go and let God. Let go and let spirit. Let go and let light, universe, energy. We're going to be talking about some energy here in a little bit, folks. So one of the things I want us to do, though, is to remember that, sometimes that's the hardest part in life, is letting go and allowing universe to move and flowing with the universe. So how do we let go of our ego? Let's do that. Okay. Let's ask, what's the first step we need to know? And what I've got here, 9 of coins. 9 of coins. So the first step I'm getting is realizing that sometimes, now it came up, actually came up upright. Let me look at this. I'm kind of in the dark here, folks. It's the 6 of coins. 6 of coins. I had it upside down. I flipped it upside down. The 6 of coins. We'll see what you can see here. All right. Let go of ego. And this person is giving of their riches. They're giving to other people. One hand, it's green. That's why you can't see it. Is dropping coins into another outstretched hand. Remember, you have a gift. You're meant to share it. You're meant to bring that on to people and to remember that in the physical world, we can manifest things and we can help. Wow, thank you. This is powerful. I just got goosebumps. We tell people you need to manifest your hopes and dreams. You need to manifest. But if I believe in Bridget and Bridget believes in me, we can help each other. Sometimes I need to put some energy towards Bridget or to Kim or to my daughter or Tatiana and say, this is what I need to do. And I need to put my energy out there to help them manifest. Let go of ego. Sometimes it's not all about us and it's about giving. And through giving the 6s, we become victorious. We win. So, I mean, there's a very powerful message there, folks. Thank you. That if you want to win, sometimes you got to let go of some ego. So let's ask then, what would be a very good, and go ahead and start popping your questions in, things like that. We'll get going. But I talk about daily affirmations when I teach people how to do mindfulness, and I do a breathing exercise where you let go, where things are at the end, you say a positive affirmation. Remember, what comes out of your mouth is energy. Your mind had to think it, okay? You devoted energy to the thought, unless you've got Tourette's, okay? Then things just pop out. But that's an actual scientific physical ailment. If you don't have Tourette's, when it pops out of your mouth, you had to think it, you had to put energy to it. And a lot of times, you ever said something and you're like, oh shit, I'm thinking out of my head again. Did that come out of my mouth? Am I thinking out loud? You know, one of the things we have to remember in that is we've trained our subconscious and our brain is just reacting to how we feel in the subconscious. So positive affirmations are a good way to change the subconscious, but you always say what you want. So let's look at what would be a good positive affirmation for today. So if the theme is let go of ego, and we know we need to give to others, let's look at a good positive affirmation. And this deck is from Cheryl Richardson. And this is a 50-card deck. This isn't necessarily a tarot or an oracle deck, but it was, again, a gift from a dear friend. Cheryl Richardson is the author. My daily affirmation cards. It's 50 cards, but I still allow Spirit to show me what we need to do with these cards. So I'm going to shuffle them. I want everybody to think, okay, what is something we need to know? What is something that we need to focus on to let go and let ego? Yeah, Bridget. Okay, Rob, I need to find gratitude for the lesson that I am being handed with work people. Yes, you do. You are going through some crap, and we will go through that. It's hard to, you know, one of the things is, like Bridget is focused, when we're going through crap with people, sometimes we need to understand, especially work people, there's something we're supposed to be learning for it. Is it how to deal with people? Is it how to cut things off? Is it how to be compassionate, rethink? So yeah, we have to be grateful for those lessons that we're learning. And most lessons come through struggle. So that's, Bridget, you're right on. So the daily affirmation we're going to focus at here. Oh, when you pull these cards, they have a title on the back. So Bridget, I think you just popped out and volunteered here. So a daily affirmation for Bridget having to do with work. My workplace is a drama-free zone. That brings me peace and fulfillment. Folks, we're talking about manifesting, okay? We're talking about saying things to make it so. We're talking about speech. And Bridget would tell you she's cracking up right now because her workplace is anything but a drama-free zone. She and I talk, all right? But at the same point, we can manifest and do things. And the reminder is to say it and make it so. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, folks, everything with a little attitude. Everything is, but that's the message, even your workplace. So a positive affirmation, if you're going through it at work, when you get up in the morning, my workplace is a work-free zone. Make it happen. Manifest it. Take your black tourmaline with you. You know, put it with you. Put it next to your computer. Put it on your chair if you're in an office, things like that. Let the energy of the crystals that we have been given go to work for you. Black tourmaline, it's great at repelling negative energy. It is great. Sometimes it will absorb it, but it keeps it away from you. And you will find out when you put a lot of black tourmaline around, a lot of times those negative people, they'll walk up, but you'll see them fidgety. They don't get comfortable and they leave. We have gifts that we can do, that we can use that are for that. So, you know, that is a huge thing with bringing balance in. Bringing balance in. This morning, I happened to be looking at my chakra cards again. And I wanted to say that what we're going to do, crap stinks, but is needed. Without fertilizer, it's hard to grow stuff. Simple, that's said. Very well said. So my black tourmaline sits right under my monitor. Absolutely. It's a firm thing. It helps, folks. It really does. When Bridget was working in an office, I remember she had a lot going on, and she literally like cordoned off her office with crystals, and it helped. So, you know, they do help. But this manifesting and putting out there what you want, putting your protective bubble around you, those are what happens. So, Bridget, let's ask straight up. We know manifesting a good workplace, but let's do, what can we do? What can Bridget do? Is Ming Ming Techite? I am going to defer that to Bridget and to Kim. My wife has to constantly remind me of what the different stones do. I wish I was ground. I can see it, but I don't. I get them all mixed up. When I was 40, I had an aneurysm, and man, I just don't have the memory I used to have. So it's hard for me. I constantly keep a manual. There are some basics that I know, but in getting into the technicals of all the different crystals, I do not. So if anybody's got an answer for Ming Ming out there about the Tektite, please feel free to post it. Okay. But Bridget, what do we do about your workplace? What does Bridget need to do or need to know? Let's just ask what Bridget needs to know. And we will go from there, because it just seems like, I know that feeling when you can't, whatever you're doing, it's wrong. You think you've put together the perfect instruction list and people screw it up. So that's where we're going to go here. Bridget, the Emperor, and it is reversed. Okay. So the Emperor, you remember, you're that supervisor now. Okay. And what it does, Bridget is saying, sometimes great emperors, we always think of them as kind and compassionate, but they know at times they got to be a dick. Okay, you got to do it, and God love you, especially when you're like, I'm not getting paid enough for this. I know that feeling. It's like, no, this wasn't what I bargained for, or things like that. But the Emperor card for that power base, but reminding you are the emperor of your domain. Rule it. So, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Sometimes it's telling people knock it the hell off. And we have to, let me see if I can't bring my camera back into focus. All right, let's see what's going on with my camera. Let's go here. Told y'all I'm trying something new in the studio. So if I have to leave, I'm going to come out. Give me a sec. I don't know why all of a sudden I am so out of focus. We will see what happens. I don't want to have to leave the studio, but it got crazy. So let's go here. We will try it, see what happens. I'm going to go back to here. Sorry about this, folks. Trying some new things out. Boom. Now I'm up in your face, live and personal. Whoa, it's freaking Memorex. Hello, everybody. Wow. Okay. So there we go. All right. Where are we at? Tektite is a meteorite stone. New to crystals. It seems if you're drawn to it, use it. If not, sure, then leave it. That's the way a lot of these things work. Tektite decreases depression, strengthens the body, guards against illness, aids anemia, eases the nervous system, soothes melancholia. It helps you chill. So good call on the Tektite. And Ming Ming, and thank you for the description, Kim. That'll help people. Remember, Kim, Bridget, they're all in Tarot with an Attitude Facebook group. Everybody loves to answer questions. We love to help people. You got to kick that arse, Bridge. There's Bruce. Yeah, and sometimes it's just, yeah. Bridget's such a nice person, and you know, but then she's got that beast like I do that break glass in case of emergency. She tries and tries, but then when it comes out, it is people don't want to see it, and then we don't even like it when we bring it out. But yeah, there are times that's why that beast is there. So there we go. Yeah. All right. Couple fight. There we go. Go at it. Go. Y'all go. No, it is a thing, folks. And being a supervisor, it can suck. Sometimes when you're mad at your supervisor, you got to remember your supervisor might be functioning under a complete different set of rules than you are. What seems common sense to you may not be common sense to his boss or her boss. So in looking at that, I grabbed the chakra card and communication. This is the third eye chakra. Support, love, signs, direction, guidance. It is the color of the amethyst. A lot of times that is. I've got that right up here. Third eye, I see. Support, love, signs, direction, guidance. This is important. So there is something in there where somebody's wanting to lead you, and we need to know, folks, sometimes set the ego aside, be willing to listen to what your guides are saying, and don't get into that. Sometimes we have to break bad news to people. Sometimes we have to be direct. You're annoying the piss out of me. Let's step away for a bit, okay? I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to have to write this up. I'm going to have to notify people you're costing me work. And guess what? It's the art of being direct. But we can always be direct without the anger, the patience, the things coming out. Find that guidance, ask for that guidance, things like that. So with that being said, let's move into what Bridget and I were talking about, another gifted deck, Health and the Law of Attraction. I need to start looking at what boxes are actually going to work with my green screen. Health and the Law of Attraction, Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. So look up the Teaching of Abrahams. They have several things out there. All right. This one might involve a little bit of reading. So what we're going to do, there's a lot of people out here suffering from, I love the term melancholia. Okay. Melancholy, depression. Okay. Down in the dumps, Moby. All right. Dragon ass. Let's take it from the ultra clinical down to what we know. Okay. The blues. You know, sometimes that's just why they call it the blues. It's what it is. You know, that's what's going on. So what is something we need to look at for our health and understanding the laws of attraction? I keep talking about energy. Okay. And energy is what we put out. And you need to remember the law of attraction. There was a neat card here somewhere. Focuses on not what you say, but your energy. But remember, it took energy to formulate what you say. So let's look at this and let's ask. Now, there's more in-depth details on the back of the card that I'm going to get into. And I'll read them for you just because these cards are so good. And you don't have to be a great intuitive or insight to use some of the cards I'm giving you today. Ask your guides to give you a message. If you're having a problem hearing it, get some very basic cards where you're not trying to interpret, and it says, stay open-minded. Seems simple. So you go to work, all right? So you're dealing with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, okay? And you're like, I can't be open-minded. That bastard leaves his socks down there one more time, I'm going to kill him, okay? He's going to wake up strangling on his socks. Stay open-minded. Where's the laundry hamper? Think outside the box. Look, move it right next to his side of the bed. There they go. Different things like that. Stay open-minded. I'm saying this in a joking way, but Christine, we all are. We all are guilty of this at times. And I think that's why for those of y'all that just came in, where I got started on this was last night. I was asking for a little bit of direction in today's show. And today's show, I was told there's so much anxiety. It's funny, we're right back to melancholy, anxiety, stress, things like that. And it's with people trying to complete their goals, their dreams. It's with people trying to get shit done. It's with people trying to get their work done, things like that. That's what it's about. So what I'm going to ask now is for the health and the law of attraction cards. We're going to use them. And what is something we can all take with us to try today? Okay, that we need to know. So I'm asking, please show us something that we need to know about our health and the laws of attraction. And so we're going to go with this card here. Okay, I can tell an improved story about my physical well-being. You have to put that out there. How are you today? That's become a programmed response for people. You know what? I'm great. Even when you're not, I'm great. Now you've put the energy into changing your thought process and tell a story. And here's what there is no right or wrong way to tell your improved story. It can be about your past, present, or future experiences. The only criterion that it is important that you be conscious of your intent to tell a better feeling, improved version of your story. Telling many good feeling short stories throughout your day will change your point of attraction. Just remember that the story you tell is the basis of your life. So tell it the way you want it to be. There's power in that, folks. It's manifesting. It's making us focus our energy on telling this improved story. Kim's going through some stuff with her husband health-wise. And what she's doing is she's manifesting. She will see it no other way. What happens will happen, but she is going to make things happen in the best way that she knows possible. So some of this is exactly what we're talking about. And folks, this is the Bruce Kaler on the chat that I'm always talking about. If you're in Facebook and you're watching and you want to, just make sure you click the StreamYard link so we can see who you are. Allow StreamYard to post your face and your name or your picture, however you are. So check that out. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break here for a second. I'm drinking my coffee, okay? I got my Bruce Kaler mug back over there. And what I'm going to do tomorrow, if I have time, what I'm going to try to do. Bridget sent me a picture of when Jay and I first started working together this time, okay? And he and I were sitting next to each other. And I had no idea really how much in here I have lost. And it's amazing. So I'm going to build a before and after picture just over the past couple of months. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. My appetite is way down. There are still times I get hungry because I'll go throughout the day and I'll like nibble, 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 and then I'm hungry. But we have a constant reminder now not to order as much food because I am not eating as much. My wife is not eating as much. And the beautiful thing is I don't remember the last Advil I've taken or the last Tylenol for my neck, for my back. I don't remember the last time I took my muscle relaxers, folks. I use my HempWorks curcumin. I use the coffee. Almost everything I use has no THC in it, but it is helping. But it also helps make me very aware. Just mentioning that Walt has a very positive appointment with his electrocardiologist yesterday. Seems like he's on the mend. There we go. And Kim and I talked about this. We saw it no other way, but you have to do it. Great news, Kim. Good morning, Ocean. Glad you're in the house. We're talking about what we can do for our health today, what we can do for our energy, how we can manifest and get out of the stress and anxiety that seems to be permeating everybody. So also, you can see Rob live and in person, thank you, at his pendulum workshop at Island Crystal and Beads on February 27th at 8 a.m., 11 a.m. Please call and reserve your spot. I know there are some people that are calling, so make sure it's going to be a limited number of spots. And then the night before, Kim, if you would post up, Kim and I are both doing the full moon readings for a couple hours at the same location the night before. So same phone number. Call and book. Quick 15-minute sessions, but you can get a lot out of a 15-minute session, folks. I posted some of that on Tarot with an Attitude, the Facebook group. Also, folks, remember, make sure you're subscribing to Tarot with an Attitude YouTube, and you're coming to try to join the group. The group is very non-political. We allow no political posts or anything, but we're very spiritual, but we're not all, we have fun. We have a good time. And we're going to look at that. I'm actually going to meet a young man today, and I want to bring him on the show. I'm going to talk to him, who does a lot of paganism, different things like that. And right away, a lot of people are like, pagans, we have the wrong idea about what paganism. So rather than me telling you, I'd like to bring somebody in to show you, and we can talk about what it is. So that will be happening soon. I'm meeting him today. I met a lot of great people on the HempWorks call yesterday. Going to be doing some interviews with those. A lot of people coming. Scott, being quiet and listening. Thank you, Rob, for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate it. Moonlight reading, 6:30 to 8 p.m., February 26th, Friday. Call to reserve your reading with Rob, 321-453-2665. And you can reserve with Kim as well. So at that point, now let's get back to what we were doing. So helps if I open the mug. God, I love that. Just makes me feel good. So now, one of the other decks that I brought in today to make sure that we haven't used in a while, but a lot of people like it when I use this deck, is my Tao deck. It is the Tao. Okay. So, and what I'm going to start doing and posting in the group is I'm going to make some postings from the Tao De Jing. And the Tao is not a religion, folks. It is a philosophy. It is a way to think. It is a way to be open-minded, let go. It's all about letting go of ego, understanding there are things bigger and stronger than us, what we are having, what we are doing. We are going to see what's going on there. I want to check because we need to start looking at that and seeing what's going on. Matter of fact, what's funny, Anthony, if you're listening on Facebook, absolutely, I do want to interview you. So please check it out. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. I want people to be aware of who you are, where you are, and what you are. I just feel spiritually drawn to connect with you in some manner. So yes, right there, boom, talking about things working. I don't know if he saw me on Facebook and is watching now, but yes, if you're watching, I do want to interview you. I would love to interview you, and I'd love for you to explain what actual paganism and different things actually mean. So with that being said, what we're going to do here, okay, is I am going to, let me move this for a minute, okay? And I am going to bring out the Tao. Now, the Dow deck, and it is the Dow Oracle deck. You know, some of y'all will remember Rick Springfield, the Dow album. Okay, was his big album. This is what it looks like, and it is by Mahadeva Padma. 64 cards in a book from the creator of the Osho Zen Tarot. So I've got the tarot as well. Some of you do too, but we're going to do that. So what are some of the things that are out of balance? And let's just straight up look at that. I did a post in the group the other day about this and did a very in-depth thing. But one of the things, so let's ask, what part of our yin today can we focus on to get things back into balance and to get, no, I'm going to rephrase that. How do we let go of the ego? Remember, that's our focus. We were talked about letting go of the ego. You know, that is one of those things. We just have to find out. We got to let go of ourselves and let the spirit, let things move within us. So my wife is on. Good morning. Good morning. Go to work. Don't let your boss catch you. I don't want to have to pay all the bills. You're paying most of the bills right now, and I love it. So I'm spoiled rotten. Folks, she spoils me rotten. Now I have Jesse's girl in my head. There we go. Yeah, sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, earworm. That's what I call those. All right. So what we need to look at here for our Tao, what do we need to do to focus on from the Tao, from our yin and our yang side? So from the yin side, which is our internal, our creativity, how do we let go of ego? And one of the things is it talks about is remembering small is beautiful. Everything doesn't have to be buckets of diamonds and golds. It would be great. But look at this card. Small is beautiful. And in here is a butterfly in this beautiful forest, okay, landing on one thin branch. But everything is right as rain here. The idioms on the card: find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Keep it simple. Use direction. Slow down. How many times have y'all heard me say, slow down, listen to what's going on, tend to details, pay attention. This is what we need to do, folks. And for our Zen part of us, our yin, the part that is actually internal, our creative, what this is telling us is to remember small is beautiful. You can be in your own little place. You can be alone. Silence is beautiful. Listen. You can hear things. Come back within yourself and listen to what's going on. Build a beautiful actual construct, a place to be, and understand that if things are good there, things will be good out here. Or when things aren't good out there, you get to freaking deal with it in a much different frame of mind. It's just that simple. So now on our yang side, I'm going to shuffle again. On the yang side, yang is external. Yang is that we already talked about the creative, the passion. The yang is what's going on around you. The yang is the external force, that which we're dealing with outside of you, how you deal with your external world. That's what we're going to talk about with the yang. And we need to find out what we need to do with the yang to bring those and also to help let go of ego. So with the yang, what we want to do here, this card, okay, development. Wow. I mean, it's like I've been preaching development. You have to develop your spiritual world to take care of your outside world. Gradual progress. Stop trying to kill it and don't stop. I used to tell people, don't eat the elephant in one sitting, okay? Task-oriented, priorities, things like that. Gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. Don't forget, carrying a bigger stick ain't always the way, okay? Look at this. Look at how intricate and how detailed this drawing is. And that's what it's saying. Pay attention to the details. Make sure you slow down. Develop each step. A lot of times we want what we want so fast because that's our ego. And so we don't take time to build it right. How many times we tell our kids, stop rushing through things. Stop making things, stop trying to blow through it because you don't like it. Guess what? A lot of us don't like work. We don't want to go to work. Some of us enjoy going to work. Okay. But inevitably, we come across a task we don't want to deal with. So one of the things I found when I have that task, instead of blowing it off and doing it half-assed and having my boss or supervisor coming back to me going, do it again. Do it again. It's not right. Those are the ones I want to master. I get them right so I can slow down, get it done the first time, touch it once, organizational skill. We'll talk about organizational skills at one point, okay? And you can leave it. Good morning, Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy also coming in from Facebook. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Peggy. We're talking about anxiety and learning to let go of ego and how that's going to help us. I love butterflies. Oh, my God, so true. The other thing about butterflies, folks, remember, they're talking about change. They talk about metamorphosis. They talk about how do I let go of ego? I've got to let go of the old me to become the beautiful me. Okay? So all this is fitting in together. So one of the things we're looking at, good morning, better late than never. Yes, thank you. Vijaya, hello, good morning. Liked and subscribed. Awesome. Make sure you're subscribing to the Tarot with an Attitude channel, and you're subscribing to the Collective Super channel one too. We're on several different channels, but also talk about coming into the group, the Tarot with an Attitude group. It is a private group. We keep things very non-political in there, but we have fun, and it's a great place for people to learn. People like Bridget, Kim, who was in earlier, Miss Peggy. They'll answer any of the questions you have. So from all different backgrounds, be childlike, treat it as a game. Folks, we forget, like we said, we opened up with today is a gift. You know, a lot of us treat our gift that we've been given today like we were kids at Christmas. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does. Because you're trying to find that pack of underwear you're going to get, open it up and get it out of the way because you know everything else is under the tree is good. We're looking at today's gift like a pack of fucking underwear. Okay? Sorry, that's me. That's the way I put it. I talk. Tarot with an attitude. That's why. So don't forget, this is a special gift. This is the opportunity to get things done. This is the opportunity to morph, to be the butterfly, to say, okay, every time you wake up, every time something, you have a moment to pause, is a moment to take on new life. It's a moment to take on new thought. It's a chance to go, stop, act silly, break that thought, get in the mirror, make faces, do whatever that makes your mind come to a halt, and you're back here. And now you can say with a positive affirmation, today, I will let go of ego. Okay? Today, my workplace is drama-free. Different things like that. Wait, you wear underwear? We're not going to talk about that today. I'm late on laundry. It's my time to do the laundry, and I haven't put it out. So, yeah, no. Yeah, I do. When we all go out, yes, I do, you know. But, yeah. Okay, so moving on. Thanks, Bridget. All right. HempWorks. Got to love it. Okay, stay focused. I didn't get myself in trouble on that one. Well, maybe I did. My wife's rolling over in her chair. So what we're talking about here now, let's move forward. Now you threw me from the underwear. So, you know, all right, so let's talk about, is underwear healthy? Okay. You know, it depends on your underwear. They are linking underwear to certain parts of not being able to have a child. They tell men, you want to have a baby, let the boys loose, give them some air, let them breathe. Okay, so underwear can be important. You wear it every day or you don't. And there are sometimes underwear works for you. There's sometimes that you don't. You know, it's funny. Think about, we talked about the underwear thing with Christmas, okay? Guys, think about when you give your wife or women, when you give your husband, your lovers, your significant partner something out of the sexy bin from a store, and you're kind of waiting for them to open it up. So life can be underwear, but some underwear can be fun as hell. Okay? I don't care who you are. Some underwear can be fun as hell. And that's the whole point. We have to get back that too. Life is a gift. Life is things. Things are fun. So keep it simple. Yeah, Bridget, you stirred it up. You stirred the pot. You got me. No tidy whities. Yeah, no tidy whities. Guys, do yourself a favor. I'm going to help you out. I don't care if you have a male partner or a female partner. Okay? Get rid of the tidy whities. Okay? If you're 50, get rid of the tidy whities. Get some decent damn underwear on. Okay? And make sure you're sporting them. All right? Do it right. Clean undies. Clean undies without all the fuss of cleaning. There you go. Oh, I love this show. I love where it can go and spin on a dime. Is there such a thing as being too childlike? I feel like I am most days. Ming Ming, everything is balance. So everything has balance. We need to be childlike, and there's nothing with going through life thinking in childlike. But what do we need to know? So let's ask the Tao deck again about being childlike. Because remember, in the tarot deck, there are always things that tell us to be childlike. The pages or the princesses, whichever type of deck you're using, okay, are always about that teenage spirit. They're always about young people. And they're in there for a reason. It's an archetype. But there's also emperors, as we saw earlier. There are kings, there are queens, there are knights. In the middle of this deck, in the middle of the major arcana, and a lot of times it's right slap in the middle, okay, is the temperance card. Everything is temperance. So, yeah, I'm not going to reveal. I will tell you all this. The underwear that is on Duluth Trading. Guys, you don't want to spend the money. Spend the damn money, okay? Worth every penny. Whichever kind you get, boxer briefs or whatever, they're worth every penny. And they last much longer. So get them. It's about the only thing I buy anymore is from the Duluth Trading. And my wife got them for me because I was a typical guy. I'm like, I'm not spending $15 on a pair of underwear. Now we buy them all the time. But what's nice is they're such good quality. It's not all the time. I'm only buying underwear like every couple of years because they're just awesome. So shameless plug for Duluth Trading. There you go. Toga. I also have a kilt. So we'll discuss kilts one day and how we do that. Ming Ming, embrace your inner child, love, and fly. Bangarang. That's what Bangarang's all about, Ming Ming. Absolutely. While we're adulting, there are times we have to stop adulting and remember Bangarang. Think like a child. The Hanged Man in there is about, I believe it was Odin. Peggy will correct me if I'm wrong at some point. Was trying to solve a problem, and he hung himself upside down from the tree so he could see the world in a whole different perspective. And from there, he was able to figure things out. Folks, sometimes stop thinking like an adult, how it can handle it. Just like I talked about at the beginning of the show, don't overcomplicate things. Man, as adults, we can get into the details. The devil is in the details. And boy, let me tell you, that's a two-edged statement. That's Jason. Yeah, let me tell you, still plays with Legos. Damn, Skippy, my daughter, damn near your age, not quite that old yet, but Legos, loves Legos, does gaming, everything else. Rob, you have multiple skill sets and things to teach. I never thought you had giving my advice on my boxers within the grouping. There you go. Who would have thunk it? I'll give you advice on anything. I don't care. I am shameless. Okay? So, Duluth boxer briefs, way to go. Love them. Now you know. All different patterns, all different styles. I have Christmas ones. I have cactus ones. I have just plain colored ones, but they are the most comfortable things you will ever wear. You want to go commando and not go commando? The Duluth underwear. They owe me. I'm going to put off for a sponsorship. The children have lost curiosity. Methinks. You know what? Sometimes they have. We've given them the world where they just. I want you to think about something, folks. When you're letting your child have an electronic device, don't give in to their pressure. If you watch The Social Dilemma, there are a lot of huge social people on there that help develop Google, the like button, in Facebook, things like that. And one of the things they will tell you, no executive of a techno company allows their children to have a cell phone because they're not getting the right information, they're not getting the right news, and they don't want their kids programmed. Isn't that funny? But we give them out like candy. And a lot of times we make the mistake of giving them out for our convenience. I want to be able to reach my child. Guess what? There's a lot of us didn't have cell phones, and you know what? We freaking survived. And some of us are better because we had to think on our feet and we had to answer for it. So I'm going to get off that. Scott, I think you're right. And we got to be careful. No undies with the kilt. Freedom! Yes, there you go. Only thing that would have made that movie better is for him to go, freedom! Bangarang! We're coming at you, paddle on. That would have been awesome. So, yeah, my kids always tell me I'm just a big kid. I appreciate that. It's a good thing, and they need to see adults keeping it simple. Oh, my God, stop. You're making me wet my undies. Okay, undies. I guess today, how am I going to make this thumbnail about today turning into underwear? Preach. We're going to preach. So, Ming Ming, that being said, you do need to be a kid, but there's balance in everything. There are times we have to be an adult. There's times to be smart. And the adult, the emperor, the king, the queen, they can make those tough decisions. And that's when it's hard. So sometimes you can't ignore it. Being the kid in us can get us in trouble. But at times, we got to remember, be a kid. Oregon in the house. Good to see you. Oregon in the house. There we go. Thank you, Jason. So, Kim, Ming Ming. I'm going to pull these cards and ask from the Tao, and I'm going to ask Spirit and Guide, what does Ming Ming need to know about being a kid and keeping that balance? Where does the balance come in at? Okay? So that's what we're going to ask. And Ming Ming, one of the things we've got here, be at peace. 11. 11 is a card. 11 comes down to be a 2, which is about partnering. And some of this is partnering, pairing your child with your adult. That can be hard. That can be very hard. And that's what we need to do, though. You need to partner the two. I'm going to show you the card. We've got the mountain and we've got the lake. The mountain, what this talks about here as well is our conscious and our subconscious. Water to me always represents subconscious. It's keeping the emotions and what lies deep. Sometimes the things that are at the deepest part of that lake, think of a Loch Ness monster, can rise up and really hurt you. Leviathan, Titans, things like that. What's at the top of the mountain generally is clarity, consciousness. There are things that can hurt you up there because the air gets very thin the higher you go. So there are things we need help on. So that's what we're looking at here. We are wanting you to harmony. Okay, I'm not making it up, Ming Ming. So there you go. Harmony, balance, perfection, equipoise, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion. That's what you need to look at. There is always a time to be a child. There is always a time to yell, bang! There is a time to just cut up, and like we've laughed about before, now you don't have to run naked through the sprinklers. We've talked about all kinds of underwear today. We talked about guys' underwear. Maybe we should talk about women's underwear next, and we'll see where that goes. But what I'm telling you is, folks, you've got to be able to run that balance. There are times for seriousness. There are times for serious decisions. But when you're making those serious decisions, make sure you're looking for a perspective that shows balance, okay? And that might be some of the things of what you're needing. Good grand rising to everyone. Hello, Money. Betsy, hi. Glad to see you. I'm new here. Hi, everyone. For all the people that are new and popping in this morning, make sure that you go over to Tarot with an Attitude on YouTube, subscribe there. Make sure you are going to the Collective Super Channel and subscribing there, not just the Quantum. We need you both because different content comes on all channels. I put things on Tarot with an Attitude that doesn't necessarily go here. And then I have the Facebook group, Tarot with an Attitude. And I did a whole posting yesterday about getting your yin and yang itself in balance for this week that you won't get here. I do, Bangarang, there you go. Gillian, let them fly, free, lazy, and crazy commando days. That's my wife. There we go. Thank you. Scott, lost innocence. Seen this my whole life. Innocence replaced with ego. And folks, for y'all that's just coming in, we are talking about let go of the ego. And one of the things we're talking about is then with that, how do we manifest things? How do we bring things in? And it's energy. It is energy. Trauma can be huge, Scott. Trauma can really devastate us in many different ways. And I can go into the whole clinical side of it there. Most of y'all know I am a licensed, I'm going for my licensure Monday for the test. Right now, I'm a registered clinical social work intern, okay? But I'm going for my license. I have my master's degree. I do clinical therapy and counseling. So we are going there. So I can talk to you, but trauma can be so extremely debilitating to your energy, to manifesting. It can bring in fear, and fear is the mind killer. Soma Vanishing Edge for us ladies. There we go. Wellness oils for life. To my grandmother always said that I would show my ass to the Pope. You know what? There are a lot of things I've gotten to do, a lot of people I've gotten to meet in my life. And one of the reasons is because I look at every human being, we all put our pants on the same way. Notice I didn't say underwear because some of us skip that process. Okay? But we all put our pants on the same way. You know? I don't care who you're talking about. The Pope? Yeah, he's got different ones. Okay? But eventually it comes to one leg at a time or two legs at a time when you strip him down. And that's what I want you to think. If I put 16 normal people and 3 billionaires in a room, but I took all their clothes off and you had to guess who was what, would you know? No, because deep down, we're all human beings. All right? Some of them you might know because of the confidence they carry. But you might also find somebody that's not a billionaire that carries themselves the same way because they feel like a billionaire. And if you ask them, they are a billionaire. So a lot of this gets down to it. Thank you, Rob. Much to reflect on. I always seem to get the number 2. It does come down to a number 2 a lot with you, meaning that's funny. So that is talking about those partnerships and things like that. So we are coming to the end of the show, folks. I'm going to end that with y'all. Sorry I didn't get to everybody here, but it was a great day. Remember, check out the Hemp Works, okay? Please, it's going to help me. I'm going to put up a before and after picture here this week. April 71, it will blow your mind. It actually blew my mind. You can reach me on tarotwithanattitude.com. Subscribe to YouTube. Come join the group. It is a private group, non-political, but we love answering questions and we goof around. We have a lot of time. So with that being said, everybody, take what you want. Leave what you don't. It's okay. No, nothing but love for you. Okay? But when you leave, please leave having felt that you've been in peace, love, and light. Bangarang! Go wash your underwear. See y'all later. Bye.